Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 164. Joining me, as always, Daniel Never Really.
What's up, gamers? There was some good news this morning, Connor. Did you see?
What happened?
No
news is good news, Daniel.
Well, that's true. Everything's bad. There is going to be a Scott Pilgrim anime on Netflix with the entire cast of the Edgar Wright movie voicing it. And Edgar Wright is also producing it. And Anamanaguchi is also doing the music for it.
Wow.
Unreal.
They got him back.
Unreal.
Wow.
Unreal.
Did we get like a trailer or anything?
It was a little quick trailer with music with just the cast names. It was like boom boom.
What's like the art style look like?
There's nothing. It was literally just
nothing. Okay.
Just a font with the names, and it was just showing everyone's back.
So like a sequel too?
I don't know.
Like is it like
I don't think that
or are they like retelling the story?
Maybe a bit of both. It's an anime, so it could be a little longer.
Yeah.
But who knows? It might be a retelling, I would assume.
That's cool. I always expected like a sequel somewhere down the line. But this is cool. I'll take it.
It could be a sequel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be the way to do a sequel.
I wish
there is more story.
Is he writing? Is he directing?
He's producing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it is based off a comic book, right?
It's a big graphic novel. Yeah. So, each one is an X as well. So like there is a lot more story that they didn't do. Like they probably could have did 2 movies. So I guess they'll just expand it more. And it has like a pretty distinct art style.
So they got like Anna Kendrick and Brie Larson back.
Yes, every single one. Wow. Everyone. Chris Evans.
They're expensive nowadays. Oh yeah, Chris Evans. Shit,
every single one.
Him. Wow.
So
it must be a retelling if those guys are back.
They got the McCulkin back
or whatever.
They got McCulkin back. Wells. They got Stills is back. All Knives. They got Jason Schwartzman as Gideon.
Oh yeah.
He's back. What are the big names? Aubrey Plaza as the Julie.
Oh yeah, dude, she's huge now too. Holy shit!
Yeah,
you forget how many actors and actresses from this got like super big after this movie.
Brandon Routh, Todd.
Yeah,
he's in it. He's in it as well. Yeah.
Wow,
they're all back.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm so excited
too. That's gonna be fun.
I'm so excited for it. One of my favorite movies of all time. And Netflix, yep. Netflix likes their anime.
They do. Hopefully they get on that one, you know.
Oh, I think that if you go look at Edgar Wright's tweets, it sounds like it's closer than we think. Okay. It might be this year.
Okay, good. It's not a Devil May Cry situation.
But stop.
Now it's 5 years ago. Where is it?
Heartbroken.
Where is it?
So hard. Where is it, Adi? Adi Shankar, where is it, please?
Where's that? Where's Arcane season 2?
I mean, that animation is gonna take a while to do.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait for that though too.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, that's fun. Shit.
Yeah.
You just surprised me. Damn.
I didn't know if you saw it.
I didn't see it. That's fun. All right. Well, shit, man. It's been another busy week in the world of video games, I guess. World of movies too, and television.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're a video game podcast. Nothing to do with television.
Make another game too while we're at it. Why not? Fuck it.
And that beat 'em up's awesome.
Yeah. All right. First up then. Nintendo has shown off 10 minutes of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. The company has also announced the game has officially gone gold and will officially be launching on May 12th. Daniel, finally got our first deep dive into Tears of the Kingdom here. What did you think?
Not chopped up gameplay and stuff.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, the menus, everything looks very Breath of the Wild. I don't know if that throws anybody off. For me, I'm generally okay because it seems like they're changing a lot up. They show a decent amount of new things in this. They show the new fuse mechanic, which you can just put things together, put things on your weapons, make vehicles. I mean, it's just Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, is what it seems like. So they show the new fuse mechanic. They show maybe you can tell me what the name of the mechanic is. You can like go travel through things, or like it reverses time or something.
Yeah,
and you could travel through things. And
with the C, I think. I don't know.
There's a recall, maybe.
Oh, was it recall?
Might be
I think you're right.
recall
I
or
think you're right.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like they show him like, oh, how do you get to the top of this island? And he reverses a
You
rock,
just
and then
take
he
a rock elevator.
takes a rock elevator to the
that's
top.
that's. I like how it was just like the most like. How do you do that in a way you wouldn't think of? You know.
Yeah.
That's how.
And then there was the when he goes into the cave, he went through like a stream of time and went to the top of the cave.
Yeah, which is
I
very
don't know
weird.
what
He
was
went
going
to
on.
like another dimension,
Yeah, he starts
and then
swimming through
went
time.
through the cave. Yeah, shit, I'm down with it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's better than climbing, I guess. Fuck.
you could do both. You could do
Yeah,
both
you
though.
can do both now.
Uh, then I love the when he just makes his own weapon,
Yeah,
like or improves a weapon basically. I guess because the stick is just a weapon you could just hit a few times, but then he attaches a rock with the fuse mechanic and
yeah.
becomes like a hammer. That's super cool. Like you're gonna be able to do a lot more with.
The coolest one was, I mean, I guess they only showed a few, but where he put the eyeball on that arrow and it became like a honing missile arrow. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, that's fucking neat, you know? Like that's
test all these
it's really cool.
weird things you pick up and like
Yeah,
see what it does. You
yeah.
know?
And I think a lot of those things like answer some problems for me that I had with Breath of the Wild. Like I didn't like that your weapons broke so easily and quickly, but it's like if there's unlimited possibilities to weapons you can make, and unlimited, almost unlimited weapons, right? I don't want to act like it's like endless possibilities, but it seems like there's gonna be a lot of fucking possibilities which weapons you could make. Then it wouldn't really bother me so much when I can just easily put a rock and a stick together and get another weapon right away, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever weird thing, I get a wing and a sword together, all of a sudden I got like a flying sword or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But like, if it's just shit like that sounds really fun, right?
Yeah, I didn't find it as bad with like getting new weapons because like there was always an enemy dropping a new sword or something. So I didn't struggle with it I think as much as you did. But overall I don't like weapon durability as a mechanic. I just think Breath of the Wild did it pretty well. Um, like being able to like here's another one. I just died laughing watching it. He took a pitchfork and attached it to like a trident, and the
Yeah,
thing was like 20 feet long.
I
And then he
know.
put it on.
I
He
wonder if
put
you
it
could like
back.
endlessly go with that then too,
Yeah, how many things
like,
can you fuse?
yeah,
Yeah.
like how long can I make this thing now,
Can you only fuse something just a couple of times, maybe?
Yeah,
Because like we know at least you could do something a couple of times because they do it with the log when he makes the raft. He puts the logs together, then he puts the fans on it, and then
yeah.
he makes a raft, or then he puts the thing in the front to make the or no, he doesn't put a thing on it. He puts just the fans. Then they
Puts
just
two fans
goes.
on the back of 3 logs
Yeah.
and he makes a little raft out of that.
So
Yeah.
you can at least do a few things there. So yeah, how many can you do in a weapon?
Yeah, and what I
Interesting.
wonder with the vehicles too is like, do you always need to use a fan then as well, or will there be like other things around that can then make it move and make it mobile, or like could I just
Hmm.
simply stack the 3 logs up and then put like 4 rocks underneath and then go down a hill with that, and like use the rocks as tires
That's a
maybe
good
or
question.
something
I
like
don't
that?
know.
Yeah, like do the fans always have to be around? Would be my question. Like that's one thing
Yeah.
I'm wondering. It's just like the main thing that stuck out to me from this gameplay is it just seems like there's endless possibilities and like man, people are gonna be making some crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like I can't wait to watch this like YouTube videos.
People
of
like a
people
month.
making shit. Yeah, oh, dude, it's gonna be nuts. Like think about all the stuff they did in just regular Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Now think about with this whole creation element in Tears of the Kingdom. Now what they're gonna be able to do. Like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's clear Nintendo saw that and was like, we could do that and help you out, and you could
Yeah,
go insane
like
with
we
this.
could put that on steroids.
Yeah.
Like that's what it really seems like.
It makes it seem like this game was a nightmare to test for. It
Oh,
seems like
I'm
that's
sure.
probably what most of these delays are doing. Like they're making sure
Yeah,
it's not going to break the game because they're doing an insane amount of things. I do want to say with the vehicle thing, uh, he says something like the ones you saw in the trailer are like actual vehicles or something. So like you'll get those probably later. You have to go find them or something. So like there probably are actual things that are vehicles that you put together that aren't going to just be the fans and stuff. So I don't know if it's just gonna be fans. There's probably some other weird tech you could find that'll the Zonai tech or whatever it's called.
yeah. So now what I'm really interested in is like what are they holding back? Because it seems like we have such a limited look at this game. Because we know
Yeah.
I mean it's a giant look how long Breath of the Wild took, you know what I mean? I'm expecting that length again. And so it's like there's something we're not being shown here, you know? Like clearly there has like is there a replacement for the shrines, or are there more shrines? What are the replacement for the divine beasts, or are there dungeons now? Are there stuff like that, you know? Like clearly there's something Nintendo is holding back, cuz we've seen so little of this game for how big it is.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like we assume that there are shrines. I haven't really seen any like breakdown videos. I'm sure people are breaking it down, especially when Link jumps off of the Sky Island and just goes, and it's seamless.
Yeah.
That's insane. He
Yeah.
just and then he dives straight into water. So I'm sure people are going to analyze a lot of the map from that little shot there.
I've
Of
seen a
10
couple. There's
seconds.
no like people. There's no shrines. Like people are not like seeing
Aren't
shrines
seeing
in the
any shrines.
background. Yeah,
Maybe it's just dungeons. Maybe they're doing regular
yeah.
dungeons again.
Unless they're just like
Um,
took it off the map for gameplay sakes, just for that or whatever, or just
could
hit
be.
them something like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it manipulate stuff very easily like that. So it's just, I don't. I mean, who knows, man? It's just
I don't think the divine beasts will be there though.
no, I
Who
don't either. I'd
picks
imagine.
them
I mean, there's certainly going to be something. I mean, because that was the replacement for the shrines, right? For
for the
traditional.
dungeons? Yeah,
Oh yeah, for the dungeons. Yeah. So yeah, there's certainly going to be something to replace those. Like there has to be some sort of big gameplay thing, right?
yeah,
And
for
same
sure.
thing for the shrines. There has to be like some sort of replacement for that. And I don't know if the Sky Islands are that. You know, maybe they're those. 'Cause it did seem like those are kind of puzzly in a way, but I mean,
Yeah,
who knows? Really, it's just that's the thing, right? It's like Nintendo's clearly holding something back from showing us like this full game, right? We
yeah.
won't
Even
have
with
the
the
full
last
scope
trailer,
until it comes out.
yeah, even with the last trailer, it's like it seems like some weird story stuff. Like, does Zelda die in the in that
Yeah,
last trailer? It looks like she might. So I don't know. There is a lot that they are. I mean, they only did 10 minutes for this direct. It needed
yeah.
to be longer, but
I mean,
I
think
don't
about
need.
it. When you put in the other two trailers that we've gotten, or three or whatever, however many other trailers we got, and this gameplay, we've seen what 18 minutes of this game in total, maybe.
Something like that.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just kind of crazy, like how big this game's actually gonna be. And I like that they're doing this. Like, I like that they're
I don't
holding
need
the
to see a
cards close
ton.
to their
Yeah,
chest. Yeah, like I
I'm
don't need
getting
to
the
see
game.
anything. I mean, everyone is right. Like, it's the sequel to Breath of the Wild, one of the most world-renowned games of the last decade. You know what I mean? Yeah, hella people are gonna buy this, so it doesn't really matter. They don't need to show off everything.
For sure. That's why they're charging $70. They
Yeah.
know people or want this game and they're gonna buy it.
Biggest question: why does he have a mullet? Why does he have a mullet? Why is Link rocking a mullet? You know, like what's
He
going
had
on
such
here?
cool hair in Breath of the Wild.
You don't like the mullet? Cause I'm down with the mullet. Oh,
No.
I'm down with the mullet, Daniel.
Mullet can kick rocks, you
Really, I
know?
like the mullet.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
into it. I'm into it. What's up with the arm? Does he get his arm chopped off at some point? You know, get
No,
this
that's like
replacement arm.
corruption. It's like corruption or something.
Corruption. He gets
I
his arm
think so.
corrupted.
Yeah,
Alright, well, shit, corrupted arm, man. That's a problem.
it is. And then what's up with Ganon?
What's up with Gannon? What's he doing? How's he back? You know, so many
I don't know.
questions. You know,
Yeah.
we'll find out in 6-ish weeks, Daniel.
That's so short.
Not long now. Well,
No.
not long now.
I got beat Star Wars and Redfall
Oof.
and RE4 before the
Good luck. Two of those aren't even out yet. So.
and Coffee Talk comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the end of April too, huh?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Oh boy. Big times. To go along with that news, they also announced some Tears of the Kingdom themed accessories, including a Pro controller and a carrying case that will be coming out alongside the game, and a Nintendo Switch themed Zelda thing, or Zelda themed Nintendo Switch OLED coming out a couple weeks before the game launches. I believe it was like April 28th or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Charging a ridiculous price for it, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. The nice thing is it's at least an OLED model.
Yeah.
It was they weren't like doing the regular model. It'd have been very
Well, it's
weird.
more expensive than just the OLED model.
True.
And I don't believe it comes with the game, so it's like, okay.
Does it not come with the game?
I don't think it does, so it's just like, okay, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Like, you didn't have to do all that. And I'm pretty sure the Pro controller is like 95 instead of whatever it normally is.
Oh, you stop telling me these prices.
Yeah, it's the prices are pretty outrageous for these things, but whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, if you're looking forward to the game and you want all that stuff, there it is.
Yeah, I like the white with the gold and the black. I don't like the other side with the Joy-Con with the green one as
Yeah.
much. I kind of wish they just went with the white, gold, and black look to it. But they look nice. I think Zelda stuff usually looks pretty good when they do limited edition stuff. Even the 3DSs look great. Like I have Sloan's 3DS back here, the gold one
Oh, that cool
with
gold
just the
one.
logo.
Yeah.
Such good design.
Yeah, I think they're cool too if you want to get it, It's especially if you don't have a Pro controller or you are in the market for a Switch, these are perfect.
Yeah. Pro Controller is great. One of my favorites.
All right, cool. Anything else you want to say on Zelda?
Hmm. Just give it to me.
Just give it to him. Give it to
Oh,
Daniel.
Numa, call me. Hit me
Call him.
up.
Call him. For what
Let me
reason?
play it
Who
now.
knows? Just
No,
call him.
he's gonna call me so he can give me the game.
Oh, okay, that's it. He's gonna
Yeah.
personally deliver it to you.
Yeah,
At your
of
house,
course.
hand it to you. Hand you
Him,
the copy.
Miyamoto.
Right.
They're both gonna each hold one side of it in a ballot
Right.
and give it to me.
Like the Wii commercials, They knock on the
Exactly.
door,
That's
yeah.
what I was doing. Yeah,
We
exactly.
would like to play. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember as a kid, I was just waiting at my door for two Japanese men
Where's
to
Miyamoto?
come play. Are they here? They never came. They never came.
No.
Next up, Xbox has decided to end the long-running $1 a month promotion for Game Pass. So yeah, this has been going on for quite a while. You can no longer get your first month of Game Pass for $1. Daniel, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised the deal has been going on for this long, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But
I heard that and I was like, oh wow, that's still a thing, huh?
I think that it was good for them to do it as long as they did. It brought more people in. I guess they just want a little bit more revenue off of those people. Maybe is what they're doing here. They're gonna start putting out a lot of first party stuff on Game Pass. So I don't think they want to up the price just yet. So this is probably a better way to do that.
For a while, Game Pass, and I would just come back and be like off and on with it. I would get the $1 like every time. Every time I would like resubscribe. It wasn't even just for like my first month. It was just like I've done $1 for a month of Game Pass like multiple times and like same account, same everything. So like I don't it seemed like they didn't care a while ago. But yeah, now it seems like you're cracking down on that stuff.
I don't think I ever paid $1.
Really? Even the first month?
I don't think so.
You must have the first month.
No, I think I had it before they did that.
Really? I don't know if they just didn't launch with that.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever paid $1 for Game Pass.
But yeah,
I should have been taking advantage of it.
Not surprising. I
No.
think they're going to be coming out with Xbox themselves are going to be coming out with more and more games here coming up. So I'm getting Redfall and Starfield soon. So a lot more people are going to be subscribing to Game Pass. So I'm not surprised at all that they're ending this.
Yeah, it sucks for the people that were relying on the $1. Sorry.
I mean, you can only use it one time anyways. It's like, what were you relying on?
Just that amount of games for that cheap of a price.
Sure, but it's like, were you, have you never subscribed to Game Pass and you were just waiting for Starfield to come out and then you were gonna do it?
Maybe.
Like,
I mean,
some people are
pinching a lot of pennies, so.
No, I get that, but like you only get it one time, so it's like, unless you're in that scenario where you were just specifically waiting for Redfield or Starfield,
it could be someone
Redfall or Starfield to come out. Like, it's like you were only getting this one time anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think a price hike is coming up pretty soon here. I think they're gonna do that right before Starfield comes. I think it'll probably get knocked out.
I don't think it'll be this year.
I think it'll be, if not this year, it's gonna be soon. It's just they're ramping up, and it's just either that or they're gonna trickle it like Netflix, where it's like, oh, Netflix is raising $1.50 this month.
I don't think it'll be.
They do that multiple times. What do you think?
I mean, it's what, 15 right now? Yeah, I mean, I think it'd probably be like they'll probably just do a little bit at a time. I don't think they would do a huge. I still think 20 is reasonable for Ultimate, with everything included. I don't know. They could just do 18, just do like a $3 price hike or something.
Yeah,
at least to start with.
Yeah, I think it'll be 20 by the end of the year. That would be my bet. But who knows?
For Ultimate.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Next up, then, this coming from VGC, PlayStation VR 2 sales are reportedly off to a slow start, according to a research firm with estimates around 270,000 headsets have been sold worldwide thus far. Daniel, PSVR 2 off to a rocky start.
Not very surprising. I mean, we joked about it we've been kind of joking about that since its launch, but um yeah, this is something that we definitely saw coming. They were not marketing it super heavy going in. Right around launch, to be fair, they did market it, but with a lot of previews and things like that. But I don't know. I just don't think it's the. I think the market for VR is slowing everywhere. It's also pretty expensive. It's more expensive than the console. Like it's just too expensive for what it is and for what niche market it is. So yeah, I don't know what they need to do. Maybe a price cut, but it might be too early for that. I don't know.
I would say more software than anything. I need games for that thing if I'm ever
That's
gonna
true too.
buy it. Like I need games. I need first party exclusive games. I need your big guns on this thing if you ever want to sell it. Because if you can't get me to buy it, who are you getting? And it's like I know I'm not like a VR enthusiast. I've never even fucking worn a VR thing. But it's like I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm playing fucking PlayStation every day. I'm on Xbox. I'm on everything every fucking day. And it's just if you're not getting me to go out and buy it, and you launched with a Horizon game, which is one of my favorite franchises, who
Yeah.
the fuck are you selling this to? Only 270,000 people, and I'm assuming all those people are like hardcore VR guys. You know what I mean? That just
Yeah.
really want to check out the technology there. So I think they need to put their big guns on it and make them make exclusive games. But the problem is you're then taking those guys away from making exclusive PS5 games, right? So, just regular
Sure.
console games. So it's like you don't want to do that either. So it's just damned if you do, damned if you don't, really. And yeah, we see the results now, man. It's just this thing's already dead in the water. I seriously doubt there'll ever be a PSVR 3. I think
Not right now. Maybe if the market changes,
yeah, it would
but
have to
right
change like
now,
drastically. And yeah, they do definitely need a price cut, but it sounds like this thing is pretty powerful and like the technology is there and like almost worthy of that price. It's just no one wants to really go out and buy one for that price, right?
yeah. I mean, again, this is the issue that we said uh, when we got the announcement of it. Is it not only is it that price, it is also the price of the PS5.
Yeah.
It is both. You have to have both. You cannot just do it. So it is already on its back foot, requiring another device. Like the Quest is, I think the Quest 2 is $400 now. I think when they upped it $100, 400. That's all it is. It may not be as powerful as the PSVR 2. It is a few years older, um, but it is a self-contained VR headset. You need nothing else. All you need is 400. Start buying your games. PSVR is just more expensive. Plus, you need the PS5, and then you need to buy games after that. So it's $1,000 compared to 400.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't really got too much more to say on it. Just we saw it come. I've been saying this since this thing got announced, right?
Yeah, especially with the hard times that at least America is in right now. Like people just don't have the money, and you're asking for a lot, so people just aren't going to buy it.
Thus the 270,000.
Yeah, but to be fair to PlayStation themselves, like the PS5 itself is doing very well, so people are buying the console. It's just they're just not buying the headset.
Yeah, maybe they're just hoping an overtime type of thing. That
Yeah,
more people go out and buy these as more and more PS5s get sold. That more of these just get off the shelves, and maybe they can make their money back that way.
yeah. I wonder how many they made already.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up, then, multiple big publishers have pulled out of E3 this year, including Sega, Tencent, and Ubisoft. However, Ubisoft has confirmed that they will hold their Ubisoft Play event on June 12th. Daniel.
With Summer Games Fest
Oh yeah, with Summer Games
jumping
Fest.
in there, Keeley was like, "Oh,
Way to
they're
go,
under
Keely.
our banner for Summer Games Fest or whatever."
They just walked right
Keely's
out the E3 door. Keely opens his Summer Games Fest door. Like,
I don't
come
even
on
know
in, guys.
if they're really like a part of his thing because he does his own show. Then he has like the week where he did it last year where a lot of press came and he did like an in-person event for his first time and people were like playing. I think it was Sonic and Street Fighter were kind of the two big games he had. So um, they're not even a part of that. They're just doing a forward in that week and he's like,
If you're announcing game news during the summer, you're a part of Summer Games
"You're
Fest.
part of the Summer
That's
Games
what it
Fest."
is.
Are we a part
Anything.
of Summer Games Fest?
I think we are. I think if we're
Cool.
reported once the summer hits. So you got a few months before you own us, Keely. But until then, you
Cool.
get nothing.
Yeah, Keely better be paying.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
He better be
won't.
paying us.
He won't. He's just we're gonna tweet out one of our videos during the summer, and he's just gonna go hashtag Summer Games Fest on the comments.
Retweet us.
Yeah, retweet us. Like, what the fuck? We didn't hear that. Yeah, nonetheless here, yes, a lot of big guys pulling out of E3 here. It's looking like E3's on a bit of a shaky ground, if it's even happening.
Oh no,
this
it's
year.
not. You're crazy. Embracer's gonna come in.
Mm.
They still got Embracer, the biggest, the most studios.
That's a good point.
Around.
They do have like
They are the
16,000
biggest
studios. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So they're
That'll
gonna
save
come
them.
in, swoop in, save E3. That's it.
Hey, here's another Destroy All Humans remaster.
Did you know that there was a third game and it's getting a remaster?
That's what we're doing. Here's that
Yeah.
Saints Row DLC y'all been looking forward to so much.
Definitely.
There you go. That's E3. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, the E3 thing's interesting. Like, it's not looking good for a lot of the bigger publishers. Maybe they can get some small ones. I know Devolver also is not going to be there. They just announced, I think, within the past day, which sucks. I always love Devolver's show, so hopefully they're still doing a show like that.
I think they said they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that they're stepping away from E3, but yeah, I like their show a lot. But yeah, like Embracer can still be another one that could be in there. There's a few others that could show up there. A lot of the smaller publishers and things like that. I mean, it sounds like they pay for that space. If they paid for the space, they're probably not backing out of the space. I would say. I would say E3 is probably going to be doing something one way or another. I don't think it's just no E3. You know.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's gonna if it is going through, it's just gonna be a really small show, and like there's really not gonna be anything to watch for people that aren't physically there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like there's gonna be any conferences or anything. So like really, to people like me and you that aren't actually going, it's pretty meaningless. Like I probably won't hear anything about E3 this year, which is kind of sad. But even if it does go through, so. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks, man, but I think that's just the way things are now. I think it's pretty much dead in the water.
I hope not. I like E3. I liked when everything was together. Everything is too scattered now. It's just everything's too much. We get too many showcases or directs all the time, constantly, and it's just too much.
I agree. I just think these publishers have realized how much easier that is for them than to hit this specific date at this specific time and doing this specific giant show. You know what I mean?
For sure.
When we can just put on our own 20-minute little direct thing, like Ubisoft, right? I don't know how long this forward's going to be, but like, why would we go and get a giant stage and do this giant promotion thing and have to have gameplay ready and all this stuff when we could just put our own direct on YouTube and it could be done in 20 minutes,
Yeah. Yeah. I assume that forwards will be pretty decent size. They have a lot to show. Or should have a lot to show. I'm with you. I think Keeley really helps splinter everything a lot. Like I wish that it would just be E3, maybe the Game Awards, because he likes to do announcements there, and just have that be the two big shows. Maybe Gamescom and maybe like GDC, and you could have like 4 kind of events there. But I don't know. Everything's just too splintered for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I will always miss the week-long E3 Christmas for gamers type thing, right? Like that. But it's just it's gonna be a thing of the past now. It's just that sucks. But it's easier for the publishers now, and COVID really sped this shit up. I think we were always probably gonna get here, but I think COVID just really it probably would have been like another decade before we get here. Really.
Yeah,
but,
E3 2019 was. For us was not as bad, but I know the in-person event wasn't as great. And like that just was like PlayStation's last E3, which they did not have a very good E3 that year. I don't think very many people had a decent E3 that year. It was just kind of a messy E3. But yeah, you're right. I think the COVID really kind of sped that up.
Yeah.
And like I don't even know if everyone wants to go to Summer Games Fest because it doesn't seem like it. So it's like Keeley I guess between COVID and Keeley both helped sped up E3's slow demise, but like it doesn't seem like he's getting everyone either, you know.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I think a lot of them just like to do their own thing whenever they want to do it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be there in the summer. It doesn't even, you don't even have to do one this year, right?
Yeah, whenever you have something to show it, you know.
Yeah.
You know that there are going to be specific like or showcases, like, you know, PlayStation's probably going to do one, and they haven't done one since what, 2021, so it's been a while for PlayStation, but you know, they generally have one. They do their state of plays every now and then. You know, PlayStation or Nintendo does their state of plays, you know. Um, Xbox has their showcase. You have some other big shows that you could show up at, you know, so like Game Awards, something like that. So I mean, people know that there are other things you could show their stuff, so you don't have to be June, the second week of June every year.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like that Psychonauts documentary, right? When they all had to prepare for E3, it's you know, and it was like a big thing for like, and that took up a lot of their time, you know, and they were all super stressed out about that, and it's
Yeah,
like you could see why developers don't want to deal with this anymore.
they had to make that demo, right? Like that
Exactly.
was part of that doc. They were
Yeah,
making a
and that was
demo
such like
for
a
E3.
huge stressful thing for them. Now times that by like a fucking 100 with all the other development studios out there that got to show off something at E3 at this specific time, and it's like taking that off their plate. It's got to be very helpful to them.
Yeah, show when they want to show it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think it happens this year though? Do you think E3
Yeah,
goes
like
through?
I said,
Yeah.
I think that if we are only a few months away. That means they probably already paid for the spot and the location and stuff like that. So I think that there will be something there. I don't think it. Man, it would be very costly if they canceled, because I'm sure there's like a cancellation fee for that
Yeah, there
for that
must be, right,
place,
to rent out that
right?
convention center.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like those places have cancellation fees. So yeah, they're gonna have to do something, I would assume.
All right. Well, we will see. Yeah, I think it. I don't know. You're changing my mind a little bit. I think it probably continues, but yeah, it's probably just a really small show. Embracer, like you
It could
said.
be more of a PAX type show,
Yeah.
because it is made by the PAX East people. So it's like the New York PAX or whatever. It could just be a PAX type show where people can bring in their games to play, like whatever. Like it could just be the people going in to play games, and that's it. You know, it doesn't have to be a bunch of showcases. E3 could just be a big show floor. You know,
All right. Well,
even if they're indie
we will
games or
see
something.
what it
We
ends
need
up
indie
being.
games to have a spot. Maybe that's what E3 does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well, all the big people want to go do stuff. How about every indie comes to us? How about that?
That'd be nice, right?
Yeah, put a spotlight on them.
If they were smart, they'd set up like their own press conference like that and just have a bunch of indies that want to show off their stuff right there, you know?
Yeah,
And
do
Embracer,
that.
of course.
Oh well, that's their headliner.
That's their headliner. The Embracer show. That'll be
Yeah.
fun. Who wouldn't turn in for that? It's just
Man,
Tony
everybody
Soprano
would.
hosting it.
No, Tony. Who's Tony? Who are you saying was Tony Soprano? It was
That was the Embracer guys
Yeah, but there was another one too.
that
Who did you?
jokingly own all of
No,
Embracer as their
it
mafia
was
player.
it was Glenn Schofield. You were like,
Oh
this
yeah,
dude's a mafia
that
guy.
guy.
Yeah,
That guy is a mafia guy. Don't fuck with that guy.
Dude, Glenn Schofield's scary.
God, I hope you never heard my comments on Callisto Protocol. He's gonna
What did
fucking
you
kill
say
me.
about that? What did you say about my game?
Jeez, you fucking love the game, don't you?
You loved
You
it.
gotta sleep with the fishes tonight.
Oh no. Give you some cement shoes.
10
you
out
know
of
what I mean?
10. He hunted down every reviewer after that game came out.
Oh, no.
They're all fucking gone. They've all gone missing. All right. Next up, Daniel. This is coming from Virtue Beat, Viva Knoble, and his awesome tweet.
I think it's just noble.
Noble.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
going
it's just
Knoble. You know, he's
Okay,
got a K there.
Knoble.
You know what I mean? He's the replacement for Nibel is Knoble. Okay.
Okay.
Former executive producer Mark Daher Dara has joined back at BioWare Studios as a consultant for the next Dragon Age game, and also the Mass Effect team will be helping with Dragon Age. What's it called? Dreadwolf. Yeah, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Yeah, they will now be helping with that game since the next Mass Effect game is still so early in development that they are just leaving a core team on that, and they are going over to help Dragon Age Dreadwolf cross the finish line here.
Yeah. I still think that kind of tells me that it'll be next year. If they're going to help with
Dreadwolf?
development. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we said what, next year Dreadwolf 2025 Mass Effect? That still seems right.
I do not think
We'll
with
see.
this news with the Mass Effect being 2025.
You don't think so?
This tells me that Mass Effect is even further out than that. If I had to
Yeah, I don't
guess.
know.
If they're so early in development that they can risk sending other people over to help with Dragon Age and help that across the finish line, and Dragon Age isn't even until presumably spring next year, right? At this point, I'd probably say if that's what's happening and they're gonna be on that for the next year, then I would guess the next Mass Effect is 2026 and beyond. I think that's
Mm,
pretty far out if
I
I had to
hope
guess.
not.
Yeah, I would hope not too because I really want that. I'd prefer that over Dragon Age, but is what it is, man. Games take a long time to fucking make these days, so it's I wouldn't be expecting it anytime soon. But nonetheless, I think this is good news for BioWare. I think this is a smart play. I think they are taking their time with these things. I think they really need to nail these next two games, get that BioWare name back in good grace with gamers. So yeah, do what you got to do. Hire who you got to hire. Put the whole team on there and get this game out. Get it good.
Yeah. Is there a third Bioware team?
Yeah, there's like Austin,
Austin, that's it.
Canada, and probably another one somewhere I'm forgetting, right?
Yeah, well, the other one somewhere that you're thinking about is the Dragon Age one.
Yeah,
Then I think Edmonton is the
Mass Effect one.
Mass Effect one.
Yeah,
Then yeah, Austin was the other one. What are they doing?
I think
What's
support, right? I mean,
support? That could be support. Yeah.
yeah, I'd imagine that's just their big support studio, probably helping with both games at this point, or maybe
That
not
could be
so
the
much
case.
Mass Effect now, but yeah, I'd imagine they're doing a little bit of everything. Plus, does the Knights of the Old Republic game still run?
Uh, yeah,
Was that Bioware?
yeah.
That was Bioware, right? The MMO.
Yeah, the MMO,
Yeah.
the Old Republic MMO.
I
Yeah.
mean, someone's got to be working on that somewhere, right? Like, I know
Yeah,
that
it could be
there's
them.
probably not like that many people working on that game constantly, but I mean, obviously someone's got to be doing something with it. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's
yeah, I
true.
don't know if you need a whole development studio on that at all times, but like I said, probably support and then also helping out with that, keeping those servers up and whatnot. I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Who's working on Anthem?
I mean, I think they all are.
They all are.
Anthem
No
2,
one.
baby. It's like Anthem 2 just comes out of nowhere.
Anthem 2. Oh God, kill me. But yeah,
Anthem could have been good.
yeah. Don't make it a live service. Keep the flying though. Keep the flying.
Yeah, I think the combat was pretty fun.
Maybe add that flying into Mass Effect. That could be fun. I'd be down with that.
Or maybe like make it like a mech you can get into or something. And
Ooh.
just use it as like mech combat. Be fun.
Dragon Age Dreadwolf though. You excited?
I need to see actual real gameplay and not just
You
leaked
didn't
stuff.
like the leaked fucking super
No.
beta that we got?
No.
The choppy camera.
I'd like to actually see some gameplay. I've never really been a Dragon Age person, but I mean, this could get me in.
Me neither. I don't think I've ever beaten one of them. I liked the first one from what I remember playing of it. I remember trying out the second one, not really feeling it, and then I did not like Inquisition. I played that for a good 20 hours, never liked it. So, yeah, I've never been the biggest Dragon Age guy either, but I'd like to be into it, right? Like that sounds cool, a fantasy Mass Effect, right? That's what it should be. Like that's the
Yeah.
pitch in my mind, but yeah, it just never was that exactly. But yeah, I'd like to like Dragon Age as well.
Yeah. Sloan likes Dragon Age a lot, so
Fucking nerd.
yeah, he is.
Can't deal with that guy. Stupid
Nope.
beard. Wears a fucking beanie all the time. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? Fucking nerds, let me tell you.
Nerds.
Next up, Atari has entered into the acquisition game. The company has entered into an agreement to purchase Night Dive Studios. Daniel, Atari, get in there. Buying shit. Let's go.
The Atari was like, "There's a party. There's an acquisition party. We're gonna join."
They
this
heard.
party.
They heard a year and a half later, and they were like, "Oh, we got to get in on this."
They're wait. Xbox is buying Activision Blizzard.
No, they just
we
heard
need to
about
buy
Bethesda.
some stuff. Oh, they just they're years behind.
They just heard. They were like, "Wow, really? Wow, that's big
You could
news."
do that?
Huh? Yeah, right. Fucking Atari.
It's I don't know what this means for Night Dive. I know that they're getting ready to
What is Night
release.
Dive made?
They own System Shock. They're getting ready to do.
Oh,
They do a
okay.
lot of remakes. They did the Shadow Man. Was that what it's called? That old game.
The
They just
Shadow
did
Man.
I think that was what that game was called. It was like an old '90s game. They did like a re-release of it. They're doing that System Shock remaster or remake. They're doing that game.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what they're known for. So I don't know. Is Atari trying to get more into games and not making Atari hotels anymore?
Is that what they do now? I was gonna ask.
No, you don't remember the Atari hotels?
No, I vaguely do. Yeah, didn't they? Weren't they planning on making multiple of those?
I mean, the whole thing collapsed. But
Oh,
yeah,
did it?
they were
Okay.
planning on Atari hotels.
Wow, that was their big thing. Like, guys,
Yeah.
let's get in the hotel game.
Crazy.
Atari,
Yeah,
make a new
Atari.
console. How cool would that be if Atari just came out and they had like a full on next gen console and they just said like we're competing with Xbox and PlayStation now. Like, all right, let's go Atari.
I think it was in 2021 they released that Atari thing. Do you not remember that thing?
No.
It was like the VGS or something like that.
Mm.
It was like a little box. I don't even know if it had like
VCR.
pre-installed. Yeah, something like that.
Atari released their VCR in 2021.
They did something. I just they're not going to get into actual console market, but like I don't know, get it, make games again. So maybe that's what they're doing here. I don't know.
Did they ever? Like what games did Atari? I'm very unfamiliar with Atari's history.
Me too. I mean, they were mostly a console maker in public.
Yeah.
Get back into it. Get back into the game.
into
Atari. We laugh at Atari, but that name means something. That
Sure.
name is a historic name. Like,
I mean, I feel like if they wanted to, and like, yeah, like you were saying, if they started publishing like big games, like they could be one of those names, like a Sega, like a Capcom, like, you know, stuff like I don't know if they're Japanese, but you know, it's like they could be one of those names. Like I could see that, like, you know, booting up a big AAA game and Atari pops up first, like that wouldn't surprise
classic
me.
logo.
Yeah, like that'd actually be really cool, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll probably see that Atari logo when we're playing System Shock Remake. If that game's coming out.
Is it going to be good? You know, I just don't trust them. They were like, oh, yeah, it's coming out in March. And now they're like, oh, yeah, it's coming out in May. It just seems like, okay, what are you guys doing here, you know?
I think it was supposed to come out last year as well. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I think everything is getting delayed. So, I'm not blaming them.
Sure.
I think people have already played. There was like a demo. People have played it.
Yeah, and I've never heard like rave reviews about that either.
I just don't think anyone's really done that. I think it seems to be fine so far. I don't know. I mean, they're just remaking the game.
I'm just not very confident on that being good.
Sure. I mean, I would always be hesitant of everything.
Every single thing.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, cool. Anything else on Atari? Maybe they get in the refrigerator game next, you know?
No, what they need to do, if they're gonna, they got Night Dive, right? They do a lot of remakes and remasters and ports and things like that. You know what they need to do?
What's that?
Atari needs to have them do the ET game. Let's just remake that ET game.
Remake
that OG greatest game of all time.
Then we can dump all the unplayed copies of that version into
you print
the
out
desert as well.
Blu-rays of it this time,
right?
And then we dump that into like a big lake or something.
Yeah, let's dump it in the ocean this time. You know, get a little creative here.
The fishes need to play something.
Exactly.
What are they playing?
Exactly. What are they doing?
How
pissed would you be if you're a fish and you're like, oh wow, my first game and it's the ET game and you're like, fuck.
But it's remastered.
That's all. Okay. Is it in 4K, 60 frames?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
But it looks the same.
It's like Shark Tale down there.
Yeah, Will Smith is just singing songs.
Shark Tale. Shark Tale's great. You know,
I saw that movie in theaters.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah.
Classic.
It was. I don't remember really liking it that much, but I like Will Smith, so that's why I think I saw it in theaters.
Did you see this painting an AI did of Will Smith eating spaghetti?
No, I don't want to see it.
It's really disturbing.
It sounds disturbing.
It's like I'm pretty sure I got cursed from watching it.
Oh no!
Like I think like Will Smith's gonna kill me within 7 days.
I'm just gonna guess it had way too many fingers.
It was like his eyes are you know, really spread apart like a weird
uncanny
alien or something. Yeah. You know, let me see if I can.
No, please, no.
Because Daniel.
You saved it?
No, I liked it, so I could go in my likes. There you go. Watch that. Now you will also be cursed, Daniel, and Will Smith is gonna appear at your front door and murder you within 7 days.
It's not even going into his mouth. No,
you're gonna wake up from a sleep one day. Like someone's gonna aggressively wake you up, and it's gonna be Will Smith hovering over your bed, and he's gonna tell you to keep his wife's name out your fucking mouth.
That's
There you
horrific.
go.
That is horrific. No.
Have fun with that image. It's stuck in your head, dude. I've been thinking about that like all week, and I just can't. I can't let it go. Can't let
That's
it go.
awful.
Have you seen that movie Smile?
No, but I heard it was pretty decent.
It was. It was actually pretty good. But that's what I think it's like. I think Will Smith's gonna be like slowly following me. It's like
I like to watch. I like to watch
smiling in
horror
the back.
movies. So
It's pretty good actually. It's pretty good.
yeah.
It was as good as not as good. Wasn't there one movie with like the invisible guy? It wasn't invisible, but like it was. I think it was It Follows.
It follows.
It
Yeah.
Follows. Yeah, pretty good movie.
That's a great. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it
I
was
like
along those lines actually. It
It follows just low budget. Like I think It Follows really relied on its premise a lot. Like that premise is awesome. What a
Yeah.
cool idea for a movie. So, I like to check out horror movies all the time. Like The Barbarian was good from last year.
did not
Wasn't
see that
great.
yet. Yeah,
It wasn't great. Like I think
that was by the guy that made The Witch, right?
no.
No,
I will tell you who it is though.
who is it?
You won't know this. You probably won't know this sketch comedy group. So I'll give you a little info. So the writer and director, his name is Zach Krieger.
Mhm.
For anybody that doesn't know Zach Krieger was from The Whitest Kid You Know,
Oh,
which is
okay.
a really funny sketch comedy group. One of the main guy died, I think in 2020. Trevor, he died. He passed away way too young.
The Midsummer guy. What's his name?
Ari Aster.
Yeah, his movie comes out soon. I think this month or
It's
April.
true.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
excited.
to that. I'm looking.
Yeah,
forward to
Joaquin Phoenix.
that. Yeah,
Where really trippy trailer.
I haven't been in the movie theater in a while. I gotta get back into movies. All right, Daniel. Next up, then went off on a tangent there. Where are we? Here we are. Resident Evil 4 Remake has sold 3 million copies in its first 2 days available, making it one of the fastest sellers in franchise history. I believe it is. I think it's the fastest in a 2-day period right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Sure.
something
We'll
like
see
that.
where the numbers are because I think
I think it was like
7
eight,
and
8
6
sold 2.5 in 4 days or something like that. I
Okay.
saw a breakdown somewhere. I think that Benji sales guy had one, and then it was
Probably.
like, yeah, it was like a couple others hit that number pretty quickly, but not in 2 days. So yeah, it seems like this might be the fastest seller in the franchise history. Period.
Yeah, it's definitely on pace to probably get up there with. I think 6 was the best selling forever, and then it was 7, and I think 7 is one of Capcom's highest selling games. I think it's RE7 and Monster Hunter World.
Yeah,
I think that's one. I think
something
that's
like
1 and
that.
2.
Yeah,
So I mean, this game could be up there. It's a video game. let
it's
me
a
tell
video
you.
game. It sure fucking is. Yeah, I know me and
Yeah.
you are both playing it. We'll get more into it when we get into what we've been playing. But yeah, exciting news. Great. I mean, I think this is, obviously one of the best Resident Evil games. So yeah, it's awesome to see it selling. I know we touched on it a little last week when we were doing our character rankings for Resident Evil. But what do you want to see next from Resident Evil? I suppose I'll reiterate what I want to see too. But
I want to see 9. I mean,
Yeah.
we just got a remake, so let's get to 9. No winters. The winters are done.
Now time for the
main-
summers.
No.
Ethan.
Um,
Now Ethan Summers, and it's just Ethan with a mustache.
yeah. It's weird because the marketing for 8 was a lot of Chris, even though you didn't play as him. So I don't know if they're gonna go as Chris as the playable character. What I would like to see is Jill be the playable character, the main character. Have Jill be the main character. I mean, I want basically a spiritual successor to. I'm gonna say it. It might sound cursed. I would like the spiritual successor to RE6 and have the whole cast again there. Everyone: Ada, Claire, Chris, Leon.
You want to play as
Jill.
multiple characters again?
Not necessarily, but I'd like
Okay.
the cast to be there. I don't know what event would allow them to all be there, but I would like them all to be there again. Bring them, because that was what going into 6, like that was what was so cool. They were all there. Everyone was there that you could really, except for Rebecca. It'd be nice to get Rebecca back as well. But yeah, having the whole cast there again would be great.
Yeah, I'm kind of along the lines with you. Yeah, I want to see whatever RE9 is. I think we're in the most exciting place we've been in Resident Evil in quite some time. I think since probably after 6, and even that wasn't like the most exciting place to be because 6 was such a disappointment to everyone that we weren't all necessarily like chomping at the bit to get Resident Evil 7 because we just didn't know what that would be. But I think now we're at like the most exciting place we've been in a very long time with because we just don't know where it's going next. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what nine's gonna look like. We don't know if we're getting another remake next. We don't know what's happening. So it's just a very fun spot for Capcom to be in. And yeah, I want them to surprise me. Like I said last week, I'd like to see Leon again as main protagonist. I think it's time.
Sure.
I think it's funny playing Resident Evil 4 now how much you can tell Resident Evil Village was kind of the spiritual successor to RE4. You know, that didn't click in my mind that much when I was playing Resident Evil Village, but now playing remake, I'm like, oh yeah, they really because last week I was kind of asking like I want to see the next step forward in like the next evolution of what Resident Evil 4 was, and that kind of was what Village was. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know what you do next if you're Capcom. I just want them to kind of surprise me, you know. And you know, you show me Capcom, right? Like I just
Sure.
yeah,
They're on a roll.
yeah, I'm not a fucking developer, so I don't know what to tell you. But like I'd like to be surprised and see just what the next evolution of Resident Evil can be.
You play as Ethan's hand.
Wow, that'd be fun.
Just
He's
his hand. It's the only
crawling
thing that
around.
survived. Yeah.
It's like the spider hands in
Yes.
Elden Ring. Yeah.
Or even the hand from
Fucking Adam's Family.
Adam's Family. I couldn't
Yeah.
think of the name of it. Just the hand from Adam's Family.
That's
Just
it. That's all
running
you're doing.
around, crawling around. That's what you play. Ethan's hand.
Yeah, so like I don't know what that be. Like, do you go open world? Do you go? I don't know. Like obviously, I think they're going back.
I
to
don't want
third
open
person.
world.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know what you do really. It's just
You need to find it. They need to recapture the Spencer Mansion in the RPD. Because as much as I love 4 does not have an iconic. It does not have the RPD or the Spencer Mansion.
It has
it
the
does not-
village though.
But
And I suppose you're
yes.
not in the village for necessarily that long for it to
No.
be as much as one of those. But I feel like that is an iconic spot, right?
Yeah, well, that's what 1 and 2 have more than any of the other games. Really, is they have an iconic location that has a lot of puzzles, and you learn this area more. Like I'd like to have maybe 9 go back to that.
See, but I'd argue 7 and 8 did that, right? Especially 7 with the house.
7 did it more with the
was
house.
that.
Yeah, for
8
sure.
did that with the castle, sort of too. So it's kind of like
Not really. The castle was quick.
yeah, I guess it is
I
pretty
wish
quick.
the
You
castle
were
was
in there
quick.
for quite a while, but yeah, I don't. It's just that's what I'm saying is like I just don't know what the next step is for Resident Evil. You know, it's gonna be up to Capcom to really show us that. That's why it's like so exciting, but it's also a bit worrisome, right? It's just yeah, I don't know. Definitely
Yeah.
stick with horror because it's like you know playing Resident Evil 4 remake now. It's just like that is such the perfect blend of horror and action and wackiness too. Just like overall being just like all wacky.
That's
with
perfect.
the cutscenes and stuff. Yeah, and it's like Resident Evil 4 just really nails that. So if you do that again, and I don't think one's really nailed that since, right? Like 7 is really horror based, and they really nail the horror.
Yeah,
I don't think they really nail the other elements.
7's
8
very grimy.
Village has like the wackiness and the action there, but not so much the horror, right?
Yeah,
And it's and then obviously 5 is just pure action. So it's like, you know, it's really hard to nail that. It's a
so
really
6.
yeah, so 6. So it's like there's just such a fine line there between keeping it scary and keeping the action good and keeping it wacky like Resident Evil should be. That it's just a really hard thing to nail, and they really haven't done that perfectly since 4.
For sure. And I think the problem with the 7 and 8, I'll just keep saying, is Ethan. Like not having a fun protagonist, I think really hurt that part of 7 and 8. And I would probably like 7 and 8 if Ethan was just a little bit better, maybe a little bit done a little bit better.
It's funny looking back on it after playing 4 is like 7 nails horror really well. I think 7's easily the scariest Resident Evil. You know,
Probably.
I think even playing this 4 remake, I'm never really that scared, you know, and like I kind of want to be. It's
There's
like
a few jumps, but
yeah, there's some good ones too.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple specific chapters that get pretty scary too, and like I think they do like they have that fine line there, right? And
they
kinda
nail the
it there.
tension.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas you know, and especially 2 remake was very horror filled. Like that game's very scary, especially when you're in the police station. That part. But yeah, they didn't really nail much else with 7 and 8. And then 8 specifically, like I was saying, that doesn't really nail horror at all, I don't think.
No, really, it's just the Beneviento house was probably the most horror
Yeah.
part of that game, and that's also all those. The entire 8 is just set up as like little like areas you go to. It's like you go to the castle for 2 hours. You go to Beneviento House for 2 hours. You go to the fish guy for 2 hours. You go to the factory for 2 hours. Like that's kind of how it was, kind of like a theme park, basically. How 8 was set up. 7 for me is just like, yeah, the house is really awesome, and then it really falls off after you leave the house. Like that's all. That is really the biggest thing of why I don't hold 7 as high regard as everyone else does. Just like I think that they should just stuck with the house the whole time.
I think 7 is just like if you want to be scared and you want like one of the best actual horror experiences in the last like decade, that's it. I think, you know, like I can't really
It's up there.
can't really name a scarier game in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that Louisiana vibe.
Yeah, yeah, and I just think the Baker family's so fucking creepy, especially the opening there. It's fucking terrifying. So yeah, I don't know. It's just whatever they do next, I want to be surprised. Like I hope it doesn't leak or anything. You know, I don't want anything like that. I just want whenever the next trailer is, like I hope they just like really surprise us with what it is.
Do you think they'll show us the trailer next year?
I don't know. I mean, when was 8? 8 was 2021, right? May 2021.
It's already been
almost
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be too far out. I would guess 2025 for RE9 would be my guess, and then whatever if they're gonna do. Are we doing remakes more? You know, it's just, are we gonna do 5? Is my question. You know, it's like
Probably.
it's such a fine line to walk, and yeah, I don't know. It's I'll be very
I
curious.
think they'll do 5 and 6, and that's probably gonna be it.
Yeah, even 6, you're pushing it then. Because it's like, I wonder how much they'll be willing to change with those two. You know, I wonder if they'll change even more, because I know they change a good amount in Resident Evil 4 remake. So I wonder if they'll be willing to change even more of 5.
Yeah, I wonder if do the co-op and update the co-op and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if you just don't even keep that. You know.
Yeah, it could just be more like how Ashley's with you.
Yeah,
just have Sheva do stuff with you. And it could be just a fun, like, I don't know, experience with a dynamic. Maybe you could be switching between them or something. I don't know.
that was actually a big problem with 5 was the AI for Sheva when you weren't playing co-op. So yeah, they would obviously have to fix that. So yeah, very exciting place to be. Excited to see what they'll announce next for Resident Evil.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, then got some EA news for you. EA has laid off 6% of its workforce, which is around 775 employees.
But don't forget, Andrew Wilson said EA is doing real strong right now.
They're doing strong. Don't worry about it.
They're in a power of strength, I think is what he said, or something like that.
Is that what he said? Oh,
Yeah.
It sounds like a dictator. Jesus.
Yeah, it sounds like he just needed to not say anything. Yeah, this is what every tech company is just doing right now. They just hired too many people, and then they're not going to retain them because they want to make more money. So they're just firing a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say on it either. It's very unfortunate, but I guess they got to do what they got to do, right?
They will. They'll just keep firing until they make the money that they're looking for.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
They'll probably try to keep finding redundancies or whatever, places that aren't doing as well as they should be, and axing them.
Let's just fire the FIFA team, and the Madden team, the whole team. Let's get rid
of all the Ultimate Team stuff.
Get rid of them
and all of their games, please.
All right, Daniel. Our last news story. Very excited about this one. The top 20 video game Circana numbers of the month have come out, thus introducing a new segment for the show, a monthly segment. Connor's Circana Corner. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever. The CCC is here. It is here to reign. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Connor's Circana Corner. Your monthly
as
top
previously
20
known as
games sold for the previous month. I loved how everyone was tweeting that too. Like the top 20 Circana numbers of the month, previously known as MPD. Circana, here we are. CCC has begun. Be scared. Number 20, Wild Hearts. New game.
Oh. Okay.
What was Wild Hearts?
That was the Monster Hunter game with
Koei
Tecmo and EA.
I'm like trying to remember here. What the fuck was Wild Hearts?
Good for them.
This
brand new IP.
Is this the right list? Hang on.
You put it in there.
I know. But I don't know. Let me see here.
Circana ruining it already. The first
I think
report.
they are. This is last month's. Oh, this little bastard. Hang on.
So this is February?
Hang on. We will find it. Circana. Yeah, this is February. Wild Hearts was 20 in February.
Well, March is not technically over.
Also, hang on. What month is this? This is through 1/1/23 through 2. So this is. Because I swear to God, I saw a different list. Let me try to find the real one. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, Circana ruined it already. I mean, we're not
kind of fucking it up. Who bought
we're
this
not.
company?
We're not. I mean, they bought the MPD.
They bought the MPD.
It was like a merger between like two things or something. Yeah, I mean, technically March is not over yet, so I'm not sure if that helps you in any way.
Yeah, no, I know. It was just I saw completely different because this is not the layout that I saw the other day, unless what I saw was completely wrong. But I don't
know.
think so.
What does it say? The one that you have pulled up.
The one that I have pulled up. Okay, see, this is a completely different list. Okay, so your real one, yeah. I don't know what this guy has. This guy has a real one. Okay, but I got the actual list here. It's all good.
Okay.
Ready? Number 20, the actual number 20 is Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line.
Number 20. Wow.
That's number 20. Yeah, that's a new game.
Shots of Theater Rhythm.
Oh, wow. Steven Sims is here. Hi, Sims.
Hello.
You all right?
No, not at all. Circana fucked everything up.
Yeah. The first report, and they're already dropping the... Oh.
No, he's gone. He did not get. This is how. This is how pissed off Sims is about the Circana thing.
Yeah, he was so upset that he just left.
He's not happy about it. He's not dealing with that. He's not dealing. Sim, we're in a new segment of the month called Connor's Circana Corner.
Connor's Circana
Corner. I'm gonna need you to make a theme song for this, so get on it.
Connor, he's in a corner. It's corners. This is going really well. Corners. The corner.
Oh, you're not done?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was great. That was great. Record that. Keep it. We'll play it next time.
Okay.
Starting over. Number 20, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line.
Shout out. Good for that game.
Shout out. Yeah, got all the way up there to number 20. Number 19, NBA 2K23.
Get it out of there.
Get it out of there. Number 18, The Last of Us Part 2.
It's been on sale, though. That has been on sale.
It's true.
Number 18, The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, shout out.
You'll see multiple Last of Us games on there, no doubt, from the HBO show. Number 17, Sonic Frontiers. Number 16, Company of Heroes 3. New game.
Hey, yeah. Good for that game.
Number 15, another new game, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I believe
Not
that's
too bad.
The remaster of like a Wii game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 14, Pokemon Scarlet / Violet. Number 13, Mario Kart 8. Number 12, Minecraft. Number 11, God of War Ragnarok. Number 10, Octopath Traveler 2.
Hey, top 10, baby.
I like
that's
it.
Good.
I like it. Got all the way up there in number 10.
Maybe not as much as Square would probably want, but that's pretty good, though.
And these companies, they want too much. You're asking too much.
They do.
You're asking too much. Number 9, Like a Dragon Ishin.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Got up there. 10. Number 8, here's where Wild Hearts landed. Number 8, Wild Hearts.
Yeah, good for a new IP like that. That's really good.
This game, though, did it seem to come out and die to you guys? Like, I just feel like I thought this would be a bigger thing this year, this Wild Hearts game. I thought this was gonna like take a Monster Hunter spot.
Yeah,
and, like,
came
a lot of
out
people would be
and then
talking about it.
Died.
Yeah.
No, I mean people are playing the game. I think that if they come out with a nice expansion this year as well, you'll probably see another pop with it. You know, the problem is just every game wants to continue people playing all the time, and people don't have the time for that. So people played the game, and that's it. That's what you got now.
Sure. Number 7, Elden Ring. Number 6, The Last of Us Part 1, all the way up from number 11. So HBO, it's working.
Yeah.
Number 5, FIFA 23. Number 4, Madden NFL 23. Number 3, Dead Space. Still
hey,
in there.
doing pretty good.
All the way up at number 3 still. It was number 2 last month. It's the third highest selling this year still. So good for Dead Space.
Yeah.
Number 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and then your number 1, Hogwarts Legacy, with a lot.
That's with like a bullet, because that game
probably sold as many as the other games did combined.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably where Elden Ring is now. It's probably where it is right now as well. Like total for all of Elden Ring.
Yeah,
For
I
that
think they
whole
said
year.
12 million in the first week or whatever, first 2
Yeah,
weeks,
I
something
mean,
like that.
it's
So
probably pushing 15, maybe to 20. I don't know. I mean, they're going to get more when the last gen versions come out.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe when it dips, they'll get more with like a sale. Maybe who knows?
which
The Switch port. Yeah,
yeah.
It's not seeing the Switch.
You don't think so?
I mean, it probably will.
How the fuck is it gonna run on that thing?
Who
It's my question. I
knows?
can't
Who
wait to
knows?
see the breakdown on that. How
I
the
know.
hell it's running on there? Whatever kind of
Digital
magic they had
Foundry.
to pull to get that on there.
I want to see that Digital Foundry video
Oh,
of the Switch.
that'll be their
port.
highest viewed video because everyone will just be in amazement that they got this thing.
What does
running
this
on
look
Switch.
like? Because it loads in some doors on my Series X. Like, how is a PS4
Heading
gonna?
outside and inside, it wants
Yeah,
to load.
certain like sections of the castle it'll load and stuff. It's like, how's a PS4 gonna load that? It'll take 5 minutes every time you do that.
You just freeze at the
PlayStation
door
start
handle.
coughing.
Yeah, exactly. You freeze. Open the door.
That'll be great. That'll be great. But yeah, good for that game. I think be very curious to watch that throughout the year, how it stays and how much it sells towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna be number one. I mean, Call of Duty. We'll see what the Call of Duty is this year.
We'll see. I thought the same with Elden Ring, though. You know, Elden Ring was in the same spot. Really, came out very early last year and held the
I mean, this is
number
doing
one
better
spot.
than that.
Yeah, true. It's just and this will probably be a lesser Call of Duty this year, I'd imagine, right?
I mean, it's not going to
be-
hit Modern Warfare 2 numbers.
Yeah,
There's no way.
exactly. There's no way it'll hit that. So yeah, there's a very good chance Hogwarts Legacy could be the highest seller of the year. So yeah, we will have to see.
Yeah.
Guys, that's gonna do it for the news of the week. We'll now move on to what we've been playing.
Sorry.
Oh, too late, Sim. Sorry.
That Breath of the Wild, though. Woo!
Ooh,
Oh,
baby.
hey, wait, get me some 12 from A, baby. Woohoo! I'm making a
Let's
car.
go.
I'm making a boat out. I'm making a boat shaped like a penis. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
I mean, go
Didn't
for
even
it.
think of
Whatever you
that.
want to make.
Wow, that's what you thought, huh? You immediately jumped to dicks.
Oh, massively.
Massively,
That
massive
boat
dicks.
didn't need to
Okay,
be like
What
gotcha.
a word
That
to
boat
use
didn't need
for
to be
that.
like that. Like he could have stuck to the regular raft, but no.
I'm gonna keep putting logs and just make it a really long dick, right? And 2 fans, right? Gotcha.
Wow.
I can't wait to play that game.
Gotcha. You can't wait to make a bunch of dicks. Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll move on to what we've been playing. Sims, what have you been playing?
Harry Potter.
Harry
Mm.
Potter.
Harry Potter. Dumbledore. Anyway. Yeah, my life's been taken over. I'm like audiobooking it up. I've
Watching
watched
all
all
the
the
movies?
films.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've slowly started to start making a big dent into Harry Potter. I'm gonna keep going to Harry Potter. I don't care. Yeah, it's a good game. It's all right.
Good
Like
game.
it, like
Combat's fun.
you can tell it's like this studio's like first big game. So like the voice acting is not great. Like I'm not interested in what they have to say. Like the way that lines are delivered. They're like, oh hello, I seem to have dropped my leaves over there. Can you go get them? Like, yes, certainly, I can go and get them. In the same monotone voice all the time. I'm not surprised, or I'm even excited, or even scared anytime. Oh, look. I'm really happy. Oh, no. I'm really scared.
You're freaking me out right now.
Oh, man, I'm good. I'm good at voice acting, man. But no, yeah, other than that, like, I just can't. That is one thing that I just can't get past. I'm like, there's no emotion behind anything you're saying, ever. None of them. Like, I think
Yeah,
there was one
there's
angry
also-
dad, and I was like,
I mean, there's also some like big story beats that I think are there for your character. That's when
Hope
more
so.
you get stuff. When you're doing like little side quests, you're not getting as much of the.
this
like,
the
the main
game's way
character.
too big as well. This like you start talking to a few people before you know you got like the biggest side quest list ever. I don't need that much.
Yeah. It could have just
Um,
been the castle.
The combat's great. I still can't get my head around the whole combat. Like wheels. Like, is there a perfect way of doing it? Like,
No, I would just suggest having like a different spell for each loadout so that you can like just switch whatever spell you need. Because you'll need certain spells. You'll need to like levitate something or whatever.
but yeah, like you're always switching out, aren't you? Like, why can't you just have like? Why can't there be the perfect loadout? Like, I'm looking into the Merlin quest.
I
I'm
mean,
sick of being told that.
What I would say is
I'm
have
not
one
full
of
enough.
each of the colors on one of them. Because like
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
shields, But other than that, there's not really a perfect loadout. It's just kind of whatever you feel comfortable with.
I just feel that that could have been done a lot better. But I mean, I'm literally nitpicking. The game's great. The game's fun. The game's magical. Like if you're a fan, this is the game you always wanted. It really is. Like Hogwarts is magical. The Hogsmeade's magical. Like flying around the broomstick, that's great. Like the game is there. It looks fantastic. It's just if you because we all we have played games for a very long time. Like this is like. Oof, like, it's too big. Like you don't need to do this much. Like the voice acting could be better. Like the combat, that could have been probably done hell of a lot better. Like like the Grand Theft Auto weapon wheel, like hold L1, slow down time a bit, have all your spells, and then like.
I mean, it does do that. You hit the button, but then you have to assign it, and then you can use it there.
But I'm nitpicking, but other than that, yeah, I'm having a great time. It's just it's one of them games that are like really chilled, so it just makes me tired. Mine makes me tired. Hi, I'm not.
It is a pretty inviting world,
Yeah, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I was talking to people just like invested in the world. Like, yeah, the only thing I can really gripe about is the voice acting, which hopefully gets better.
I don't think it's as bad as you're saying.
It just seems to be one note all the time.
It depends on the person. I think.
Yeah, the dad had a big, he had a big to-who. He was like, "You do not look for more curses because there's no curse sticking down." But yeah, it's great. It's all right. I want to play Resident Evil 4. Can't.
Okay.
So this is what Connor had to say last week. He was like, "I just don't want to play two games at once. I can't be doing that."
Yeah.
And like Natalie wants to play Resident. I would have played Resident Evil, but we play Resident Evils together. It's like the whole thing. Yeah, that's it really.
Is she playing Hogwarts Legacy as well?
Yeah, we're about the same because obviously we started it together, started watching the films together. Now we're pretty much at the same point of the story together. But then we'll go and I'll do some Merlin quests. She's found some other things to do. Like, yeah, I've just got the Hippogriff.
Okay.
I think she's about to get the Hippogriff. Probably have it when I go down the stairs. But yeah,
I like the broom more than the big animal.
Yeah, I think I already do.
A little snappier. Flying the animal is pretty cool though.
How you like that weird Pokemon game they got in there? Whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, Natalie's big into that.
Is she?
I'm out. And she got a unicorn. She was really happy about it.
Wow, you can get a unicorn?
Like, yeah, man. She's like, "Listen, I got a unicorn." I was like, "Oh man, you got a unicorn. Good for you." She's like, "Haha," and I was like, "That is way too much to do. There's way too much."
Can you ride the unicorn?
No, okay. I don't think so. No,
I don't think so.
But like, I've grown like you need a mallow sweets for the Merlin's trials. So I was like, right, I'll buy a big like crafting table, growing table, and I've just grown enough mallow sweets. There's 95 Merlin quests. So now like I don't need to do anything.
Sure.
And I think I've almost got all the spells, so all the lessons are pretty much done. And I've not even got past the first season, right?
What are you doing? Are you in fall?
Doing everything?
Well, I got the Hippogriff, so I'm not that far, am I, really?
What's the weather for you right now? Did it hit fall time yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he didn't even hit fall yet. So
you didn't even hit fall and you got all the spells? Oh, damn.
Except for the curses, and then there's like one or two missing. That's about it. But I've got the suitcase.
You're not gonna be able to do them all. I think you have to be in at least the fall or the winter to get them all.
I just want Advocadaver because I just want to fuck fools up, man. I'm gonna go around.
You have it?
Killing everybody. No, but I want it. When I get it, people are getting murked.
Why would you want to get it one of the unforgivable curses? Why would you want that?
Listen, man.
Okay,
my way.
Have
you seen that? Have you seen that scene at the end of Deathly Hallows?
I have.
She goes, "Why? Man put all his effort into that one spell. Okay, alright. He meant that spell. Okay, I remember watching it the other day. I was like, "Fuck, he meant that, didn't he?"
Yeah,
Harry wanted Harry Potter dead. But yeah, it's nice to be like in this Harry Potter world, and like having all the conversations kind of died down a bit, and it. So like, I'm listening to the books. I'm listening to Stephen Fry tell me the story. Like, I've watched the films. It's like it is a magical world that this woman's created. Unfortunately, it's just turned into an absolute bellend. But it's there to be enjoyed, right? And like, I've not given her any money. I downloaded all them books illegally. Fuck you, J.K. Rowling.
Of course you did.
Listen, mate, I'm on them 7 seas every single day. I'm on them right now. Let me tell you,
Sailing right
now. Oh dear.
We need to get you a ticket, get you to the Hogwarts world and where the fuck that is, Universal.
Oh yeah, it is in Universal. Yeah, I'd like to go to see that.
We've got Harry Potter Studios in London.
Oh, you guys got one too.
Oh, we'll look. It's almost. It's just like a tour though, and like they've got. I think it's the actual props and the actual like where.
Oh sure, yeah. That seems cool though.
Yeah, I want to go.
Going to Universal sounds awesome. Like actually go into like Hogsmeade and all that kind of stuff, like walking around it, kind of like how they did with Star Wars. Seems really cool.
Does seem cool. Anything else you've been playing since?
No, nothing really. What's this? No. But I have been trying to play like a lot of Hogwarts as soon as I can. Like I played a lot the other day. I'm aiming to play a lot this weekend. A busy weekend though.
You got platinum it? You think?
No, let me tell you about this platinum. Right? No one's getting this platinum because it's bullshit. You gotta get everything. And then, like I just said, it's too much to do in the game. There's way too much. 95 Merlin trials, fucking cup of tea trials, fucking daisy chain, all these trials. Nah, man.
What would lead me to believe you might is that you have all the spells and you're not even in the fall yet.
Yeah, but only because it gives you. It's only because it's like it's a mission. Oh, go and she's like, hey,
like it sounds like you're doing everything you
complete
can
this.
before you continue on with the main story. Or am I wrong?
Only because I was enjoying it, and now I'm like, like it's like you said, it starts to open up when you like zoomed out of the map. I didn't even realize there's this like on the bottom like south, never east, right? Never east. Now southeast, there's like a whole different part of the world.
Dude, when I first zoomed out, I was like, "What the fuck? What is all this?"
I was like, because I was like going around getting all the demi-guises, because obviously I wanted a Alamora level 3. I wanted to go around the castle freely.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't let me get the last of the demi-guises because of this other area. But yeah, the fighting the trolls is cool. Walking around like, yeah, it's fun. It's great. It's a nice game. It is nice. It's just I think it's just too much in it. I do, but I suppose if you're the type of person, you're the type of person, you want a PS5, especially for Harry Potter, which of those people are like, oh, I want to play Harry Potter because I'm really excited about it. Like you said, your friend has bought it on the PS4, bought a PS4 for it or something. Yeah. There's loads there for you. There's a good 3, 4, about 5 months worth of content. If you just casually just wanted to jump into this world, it's just there's a lot. It's just overwhelming. Like, I'm sat there going, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, my only complaint for the game is being level gated on missions. That's it.
But I'm pretty much above all the levels. Like
I will say, no, this is not a spoiler. You need to be level 34 to like get the true ending of the game, and I didn't get that. So I saw.
Where did you finish it?
Say it again.
What level did you finish at?
About 30, and once you get to like upper 20s, it takes a long time to level up. But if you want to see like the true little like last like 5 minutes of the ending, you have to be 34, I think, or 35. 34.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I'm having a great time. I do want to get to Resident Evil. I do want to get to Star Wars. I do want to get to Chia. I do want to get to Zelda. I need to quit my job. I've got 2 weeks off. I've got 2 weeks off now, though. Like, as of tomorrow, my job comes to an end. It's been a proper taxing week, man. I'm tired. Like, I do not want to be... I didn't want to come on a podcast because I don't want to bring the mood down because I'm just a bit depressed. But, if you're depressed, talk about video games. And I feel better already.
Good.
Well, there you go. That's what we're here for.
Thanks, man. I miss you, man. And I'm also going to the airport in about 3 hours and I can't be bothered. Don't tell my mother-in-law that I said that.
Are you going on a plane?
No,
I got to pick the fucking parents up and apparently fucking do low tours, so we should do that.
That's how they talk. Wow.
Yeah.
Great voice.
Yeah. Another quick gripe. Right. So, did you listen to the Kind of Funny podcast?
No.
The new one. with
Which
Simon
one?
Cardi in it, right? They think the Simon Cardi guy, right? I'll go on record right now, right? If Simon Cardi does this podcast, right? You're a dickhead. I don't like you, all right? I've got this weird grudge against you, right? Only because you ruined the Kind of Funny UK podcast, all right? I was okay with the people that are on it. Then all of a sudden you came on with your condescending voice, and I didn't like it, and you ruined it for me. So now I don't like you. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're lovely, really.
There was
But
a
they
Kind of
thought
Funny
he was the
UK
funny.
podcast.
Yeah,
IGN UK.
IGN UK.
that's what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, my
okay,
bad,
okay.
my bad, my bad. Yeah,
Like,
because
what?
you know what I said?
They
it, I was like,
opened
"That's
a
not
UK
right."
branch. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yes, just full of boy governors. Yeah. Anyway, he's not funny. Like they thought he was the funniest guy in the world, and like half of his material were jokes. From
Was
from
this
the
the
UK.
English guy that was on Games Daily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on like
Gotcha.
about
I
17
didn't
different
listen to
pieces of
the
content.
Kind of Funny podcast, but listen to Games Daily. He
He's
seemed
not
cool.
funny.
What's wrong with him?
No, he's
He's what I don't know. He's whatever.
I like
I
him.
I
Yeah.
don't have any
it's just
opinions.
it's just something you two would have like. You just like I bet you two are like I don't get what's this guy's problem with this guy. I just don't
Yeah,
like.
what's your problem?
Honestly, right, I was listening to Kind of Funny. I was listening to IGN UK podcast. This was years ago as well. We had Keyword Countdown. We had Rory on there. Who's the guy that we said that isn't really his real name? Squiggles,
Joe Scrabbles.
Joe Scrabbles. Right, and it was just a great podcast. I was like, oh yeah, Keyword Countdown, talk about all English things, proper English banter, and then all of a sudden he just came on with his like, he had this like really arrogant voice, like, and it's probably just his voice, and I just didn't like him. He ruined it.
It
And,
happens. I mean, it happens. Some people just that's,
What do you mean
that's
you
how they
have Joe
talk.
Scrabbles on there? Isn't that like a fake name?
No, it was
No.
he's a person.
What?
He's a real
He's a-
person.
I always thought that was just like a name they put when they want to be anonymous. What? That's a real thing.
His
Get the
name is
fuck
Joe
outta
Scrabbles.
You guys are fucking with me.
I am not.
I
It's
don't
a real-
believe you. I almost
it's a
don't
real
believe
person.
you. What does
I
he
wouldn't
look
lie to you.
like? What does he look like?
I don't know. I don't follow
I'm
him.
looking this man up. Joe.
You can look him up. He's a
Scrabbles.
real person.
I
I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie to you.
Scrabbles.
When did it become so hard to put a USB in a USB? Like, when did that become a thing?
Always, because you never put it in the right way.
Oh, wow.
USB-Cs, man.
Yeah,
He's a real
USB-C all the way.
person. He looks like a fake person.
He is a real person. Told you.
He looks.
Daniel, what have you been playing, me?
He
Come
looks
on, I've ruined
Um,
this podcast.
I
already.
do want to say this real quick because I didn't say
I
it
love you
last
too,
week
Daniel. I love you
with
too.
thank you. Last week with Like a Dragon Ishin.
Oh my god.
I didn't put it in my rankings. You know, every time I beat one, I
Oh.
shove it in a ranking.
That's right.
Daniel's Yakuza
Yeah, a little
slash
bit.
Like a Dragon rankings.
I don't remember you ever doing this, but okay.
I've said.
What are the
it,
current rankings?
Oh boy, there's so many games.
Don't even know his own rankings.
You
anymore.
didn't write it down?
You can write it down if you want. Ready?
Sure.
0.
You're going from
Seven.
1 to the
Top
bottom?
down.
Top down? Okay.
Top down. Just because I can go this way.
Sure.
So 0, 7, 6, 2, Lost Judgment, 1, Judgment, 4, 3, 5.
Damn.
Okay.
Like 5. Okay. So
Rank
where,
in there.
where is Like a Dragon Ishin?
Like a Dragon Ishin is haven't nailed it yet, but it is up there with 7. That's how much I
gotta
like
let
it.
it sit in a little.
Yeah, let it sit in a little. It is somewhere between like 6, 7. It's either above
range.
7. It's somewhere between like 0, 7, and 6. Like they're all fantastic.
So
So
in your top 4?
it's yeah, for sure, easily
Wow.
the top 4.
High praise.
The whole, yeah, very good, very good, very good.
Put that on the box.
Yeah, for sure. Daniel approved. Yeah, playing Resident Evil 4 remake.
I'm also
not-
playing Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Not played as much as I would like to have, but I think I'm like 7.5 hours in. I just got to the castle. Met Salazar, met the little boy. Definitely his design's definitely a little different than
He's got no hat now, you know.
yeah, I know. He just has
They got rid of the cute little hat.
yeah. He doesn't look as much like a child. He looks like more like a small adult. He looked like a child in the original.
Yeah, I always thought he was a child. I'm pretty sure he is a child.
yeah.
isn't he?
I don't think so. I think
No?
he's just a small person.
Like Hasbula.
No, because he has a disease.
This kid doesn't have a. This kid has a disease in this game.
You're
He
right,
has
he
a
has
disease.
something. He
don't-
definitely has
Don't tell me this guy doesn't have a disease. He has a disease.
You're right. He's got something for sure. Man, Resident Evil 4 remake's fantastic. It's great. Um, I'm gonna say it off the front because I just want to complain about something. The knife mechanic is awful and needs to go away.
Really? You don't like the
I
parry?
hate it. No. The mechanic of it breaking needs to go away.
Oh,
It needs to go away. It doesn't need to exist. I don't need it in my inventory, and I don't need it breaking and repairing. That's just a mechanic that doesn't need to exist. I don't care that it's modern times and this kind of stuff happens in modern games. It makes the game less fun. Like, I know you can find other little knives you can use as well, that not just his combat knife, but I don't like that it breaks. It's just not fun. This game is so fun in so many aspects, and that knife mechanic is just it brings it down.
yeah, I agree. Weapon durability is stupid and shouldn't be in video games.
Yeah, for sure.
But
But
yeah, I
yeah,
don't run
like it
into
a
too
lot.
much of a problem with it because all those other little knives you do pick up. But yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
have noticed a couple times where it's like, oh yeah, fuck, the knife's broke.
Well, if it was not repairable, like we don't need all those other little knives in your inventory,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be
it's
in the
like a
combat
giant
knife.
like fucking army combat knife too. How's it
I know
break?
in your inventory.
How's this
It's
shit
like
breaking?
it's taking up my space in my inventory.
What is the guy doing to fix it? You know, what is he? Is he just like
You
duct
really
taping
want to
it?
know?
What's he doing? Yeah, I kind of do.
I don't think you do.
Maybe I don't. You're kind of scaring me.
Yeah, it's probably something weird. The merchant's really funny. I like the merchant. He
Yeah,
has a
so I'm
little bit
playing
more
this
to
too.
say.
It's like I said earlier, I just think this game is like the perfect mix of action, horror, and just the wackiness, especially in the cutscenes. My favorite cutscene was when Leon, someone there's like two fucking weird zombie bitches and they stab through a wall with a giant knife, and
Oh,
then
the chainsaw ladies.
yeah, the chainsaw ladies. Then Leon puts his foot on the fucking wall and does a
There's a
backflip.
backflip,
No
dude.
reason, no fucking reason. Just
No
did
reason.
the backflip.
He could have just took a step back. He
His,
didn't.
his cheesy lines too, like legit had me laughing at certain points. It's so funny.
Yeah, so good. Well, when he says there, he does the backflip and he's like, "Oh, was that yours?" or whatever. He says something like that. I love in the very beginning when he's stuck in that room with a bunch of zombies and they come in and he's like, "Oh, he's like, I'll see myself out," and then he jumps out the window. Love it. I love his lines. They're so funny.
But yeah, I've been having a great time with the remake too thus far. I'm on chapter 15, so I think I only got 2 more. So I'm right at the end.
I
There.
think I think 16. I think there's 16 chapters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've read that. So yeah, I only got like a couple hours left. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it thus far. It's really fun. Traditional Resident Evil gameplay there. Like I said, great mix of action and horror in this game. Love all the cutscenes. I think this game probably has like the best cutscenes out of any Resident Evil game, just with how wacky they are, how cool of a character Leon is, and stuff like that. I wouldn't even say this game has. I don't think any Resident Evil game has like a truly great story. If I'm being honest, I don't even know if I call any of them really that good. They're all just there for horror purposes, and
Yeah,
I like
the
them. Like I like
story.
the characters
Yeah.
and stuff, but like they're fun. But like I want.
I just like how campy the story is.
Yeah, exactly. How campy it is, and it's just fun, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't find like too many differences. I have to like watch a video or something to like show me the changes because it's just been that long since I played Resident Evil 4. I played this game back on Wii, which is probably like 15 years ago at this point. I played it like right after I played 5, so talking like
That was 2006, maybe
5.
2007. Yeah,
5
I think
was like
5 was
2008.
2006. Was it not 2006?
No, because that was after 2007. I think it was early
Resident Evil 5 is
2008.
probably the greatest Resident Evil.
It might have been 2008. You're right. It might have been 2008. You're right.
Yeah, and so I probably played this game 2009-ish. So whatever. What I'm trying to say is it's been a very long time, and so as I was playing this game, it felt pretty much like a new game to me. Obviously, stuff's coming back to me as I'm playing, but like obviously I remember the fucking Roman kid and all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff like Luis as a character, I didn't even remember who the fuck he was. I didn't even remember him at all.
You don't remember
2009
the beginning of the
Resident
game?
Evil
Huh?
2009. Okay.
2009. Okay.
5th of March to be precise.
But yeah, so yeah, having a great
I
time.
fucking loved it.
Yeah, I love Resident Evil 5. I
love
think it's a great
5.
game.
Sims, where do you think Resident Evil's going next? We were talking about this earlier in the show.
Oh, what we got left to remaster? Like,
I mean, there was only
suppose-
really 3 games they could do. Technically 5, No, technically 6 if you do everything, because they could do
Revelation.
5, 6. They could do Revelations 1 and 2, and then they could also do 0 and Code
I mean,
Veronica.
do they do like? I mean, 2009 is not long ago, is it? Like, is there a point even doing 5?
Yeah, I mean, control wise, it's not perfect. It doesn't feel modern 100%. So I don't know.
Willow.
Hey, oh, Nick's
Talk
here.
about Resident
Nick.
Evil, and he appears.
And he just appears out of nowhere. Let's go. But yeah, let's
When
get
y'all
Nick's
talk
thoughts
about
on this
Resident
here.
Evil,
We're talking about Resident Evil 4, Nick. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So what about Resident Evil 4 we talking about?
We're just talking about the game in general. Nick, what were your thoughts on Resident Evil 4 Remake? I know you've beaten the game by now. You've probably
Oh,
beaten
man.
it twice.
No, I'm
Not
actually
yet, not
taking a
yet.
break from Resident Evil. I'm not going gun ho on this one like all the other ones.
Oof.
Not a masterpiece like everybody else is saying.
Really?
I don't think it
so
is.
what were your problems with it?
Well, for one, I've been saying from the get go, I was like, I really didn't want this remake because we've been flooded with so many ports of this game and everything is like already been played out. I mean, mainly like from me, like I have to go back and replay the original. There's not that much stuff they added to really change the game, in my opinion. Like besides graphic wise and gameplay mechanic wise, that'd probably be like the only new thing they added to it. But I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad experience. I had fun playing the game. But just like it just didn't click for me. I mean, I did enjoy it, and there's a lot of things missing as far as like in-game content wise. Like Mercenaries mode is not available at launch, and I assume the Ada Wong DLC might be added in under a paywall.
It's rumored
stuff
right
like
now. At
that.
least rumored that it
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah, I think there was like a data mine thing people found of the DLC, so it sounds like that's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, and it's like it kept on throwing me a tease. Like every time we go to a scene with like it's just Ada on the screen, I was like, "Are we going to play as Ada in this moment in the game?" And I'm like, and then we go back to Leon. I'm like, "Damn it, I wanted to play as Ada," But I mean, and for me, I would give it a solid 8.
Okay,
Not bad.
that's fair.
Not bad.
It's a good score.
Were there any big changes that stuck out to you? I don't know how familiar you are with Resident Evil 4.
Yeah,
But I know
see,
I was
that's
just
the
saying
thing.
it's been so long since I played the game that I just couldn't nothing was really sticking out to me as like different.
Yeah, I mean, like the only new thing I pretty much saw in this one was the guy like in the very beginning with the village and the guy with the bull head and the hammer. That was pretty much like the new. I was like, holy shit, that was like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that because I don't remember it being that early in the game when we fighting another like mini boss or anything like that. But as far as everything else, I was like, man, like even locations, like, yeah, this is very familiar. I remember doing this. I remember going through this room, like enemies being right here, right there, going down the same hallway. It's like, yeah, I remember this. And then, some of the boss fights, I'm like, yeah, pretty much the same, except for, Salazar. I'm not going to lie, he was a pain in the ass. But yeah, it's just we just need to go ahead and remake Code Veronica or even Dino Crisis at this point. Don't remake Resident Evil 5 or 6. Let's just go ahead and do something else.
Dino Crisis would be cool.
So what do you think they'll actually do next? We were just talking about this.
I mean, if they would follow the same pattern they've been doing, I think they would take a break from a remake and do 9 after this. But I mean, who knows? When they did Resident Evil 2, they did the Resident Evil 3 remake, but we all know how that went down, where
Yeah,
it
it's a great
wasn't
game.
as yeah. I mean, Resident Evil 3, yeah, it was a good game, but I mean, as far to me, because Resident Evil 3 Nemesis was my favorite Resident Evil game, and to see how much content they had cut out of that game, it didn't do it for me. So, like I said, I believe they would do Resident Evil 9 next before any other remake because or for all I know, if they really going back to their backlog of games like, hey, let's go ahead and remake stuff. Like I said, I did mention Dino Crisis. We could do Onimusha. I would love to see an Onimusha
I
remake.
just don't know if the audience is there.
I mean, shoot, you
Honestly,
got
even with Dino Crisis, I know some people want that, but I don't know if the audience is actually there right now. You know,
hey, look, man, I played that Exo Primal beta. I didn't think it was all that bad. That's why I put it on my
it looks cool.
fantasy critic. I put it on my fantasy critic. It's like this isn't that bad as I thought. You know, it might get repetitive after a while, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that little fake out with Exo Primal, where I thought, oh, they're gonna remake Dino Crisis, and then it's something totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with Onimusha, I mean, shoot, you just had Ghost of Tsushima. What? There's another
Sekiro.
Wukong. Yeah, Sekiro. All these, samurai kind of games and stuff like that. I guarantee you, they'll probably do an Onimusha.
Maybe a reboot.
Mm, I wouldn't say a reboot. I'd rather see a remake.
Okay.
I think there is
And
an
I say
opening there
because
for Dino Crisis for sure. Like that could
Yeah.
be cool. Like make a horror dinosaur game. I mean, I've never played the original Dino Crisis, so I'm pretty sure that's just what it is, right? It's just Resident
Yeah.
Evil with dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's just Resident
Like,
Evil with
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
that could be cool. It's a giant opening in video games for dinosaurs right now.
We need more
so-
dinosaur games.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, why not?
I mean, shoot. I mean, let's follow the dinosaur trend, man. We just got the movie 65 that came out. Kind of made dinosaurs scary again, almost, but we'll see, man. I like I said, Capcom's kind of iffy on what they're trying to do and trying to predict what they're doing next. But like I said, I'm pretty sure Resident Evil 9 will be in the works next.
I think it already is.
What do you think that looks like then, Nick? Resident Evil 9.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Because, with the Shadow of Rose DLC for Village, I believe they're going to do third person. This whole Ethan Winters storyline, done and over with. Get that out of there. I don't want to see no more first person shooter. I don't want to see Ethan again. I know that's your boy and everything.
Don't
no.
ever say that again, Nick. Do not ever say that again, Nick. That was the worst thing you could have
No,
ever
no.
said.
The Nerdic Gods and Ethan Winters go hand in hand.
No.
Yeah, man.
Big
Come
Ethan
on,
Winters
man.
fans here.
I mean, why is this happening to me? I don't need any of that.
Please.
My damn fucking. But I don't know, man.
Why?
Yeah, there you go, Sam. She got it pretty much nailed down. But I don't know, man. I would like to see some more OG characters because I'm sick and tired of Chris. I'm sick and tired of Leon. Jill, she's only been like in
You're going
1,
too
3,
far.
and 5.
You're going too far. Chris and Leon
I'm
are
going
great.
too far. I mean, yeah, they're the most iconic, but man, I'm like, man,
I'm with you with Jill. Where's my girl Jill? Come on.
Yeah, but I'll say the last time we saw her, it was in Resident Evil 5 when she was kind of like brainwashed and everything.
Yeah.
But
Where's
I mean,
Rebecca?
Rebecca was in that TV series that nobody watched.
Was she really? Like
that
the
was
live
she in that
action
Netflix?
one?
Not the live action one. Not the
Oh.
live action.
Oh yeah, there was a cartoon one, wasn't there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's called Infinite Darkness. I watched like 2 episodes. Like, yeah, I'm out. And I got 30 minutes in the live action episode, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not watching
Yeah,
that.
same.
But I mean, it's like so tricky because they got so many characters they can bring back. Like you said, man, where the hell's Barry? Where's Barry?
Where is Barry?
Longer
Where's
forgotten
Barry? Where's Ada? I mean, you could bring Ada back in. She was supposed to be in Village, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're right about that. They could bring back her. See what the hell she's doing. Resident Evil 6 was like a blur to me. All I remember there was a Ada clone or something like that, and
There were clones of Ada, yeah.
yeah, the shit was all over the place. I can't I like to forget Resident Evil 6 even happened.
I mean, it's the best game in the series. You shouldn't forget it exists.
Fever Dream. Resident Evil
I
6.
mean, y'all got Resident Evil 7 as you know. Favorite game of all. But we're not.
Yeah, it's in our video game museum.
It is in our museum. It is the only Resident Evil in our museum, which is a travesty.
Yeah.
All you need. Yeah, I think the more I think about it, I want to reboot. I think I just want to restart this whole thing. I think.
I mean, it's kind of what they've been doing with the remakes.
Yeah,
Is
I just think like the story's kind of a mess now, where we left off, and it's just like it'd be simpler just to reboot this whole thing.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, like I'm seeing talks of people like, why don't they just remake Resident Evil 1 in like kind of the RE engine? And I'm like, you don't really need to
It's
do that. You
perfect
do
game.
have Yeah, like the original Resident Evil remake that we got on the GameCube, that's perfectly fine. If you can't handle those take controls, I mean, too
that's on
bad.
you. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm with you,
Too bad.
Nick. I'm so with you. Like the game's perfect. Like if you don't want to play that game, don't play the game because
Yeah.
it's just perfect how it is.
That's
Does not need
exactly
a
what I
remake.
did. Yeah, I can't handle the sync controls, so I've never played it.
Well, I mean,
Connor don't know.
I can't do it.
they improved it on when they brought it to PlayStation 4, and
This
I
new
think
version of it,
it,
yeah.
yeah, like it's not like you got to hit down or whatever. You got to match it with the camera angle. But I think if you just point it up, you'll actually move up and stuff instead of having to be the
That's how I
wonky
played
tank
it.
controls.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had a problem with the tank controls, so I'm fine. I had only game I had problem with controls was Tomb Raider. That was it, the old school Tomb Raider.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for what we've been playing. We'll now move on to the game. Daniel, what the
Yeah.
hell are we playing?
We're gonna do 20 questions. We have not done 20 questions in a while. Sims hasn't been here, so we haven't been able to do it. And now we got Nick too. Nick can help you guys if he wants to stay. I have the game, and
I'm here for this. Well, I'm still gloating
Okay.
about the last victory.
okay,
Let's see
okay.
if I can
I'm
tap
ready.
into that.
Whenever you guys
Get
are.
another
Let-
dub in there.
I mean, make sure Daniel doesn't pick another Capcom game. Seems to be the trend.
You don't know what I picked.
Looks like
You don't know what I picked.
Daniel, is this game published by Capcom?
No, it's not.
Stop wasting questions.
Got it out the way. Got it out the way.
Get it out the way. It is not published by Capcom.
Daniel's answer was not anymore.
I changed the game immediately.
Changing the game every question.
Every question. Remember when they did that on GameScoop?
Did they?
Damon was just supposed to say agree with whatever they said,
Oh,
and then he ended.
he's
Then
supposed
they
to say
get a
yes
game
over and
after
over
the
again.
facts. Yeah, I think it was Blaster Master was the game.
Oh my god.
It was so funny how they did it
Did this game come out before the year 2000?
before. No,
Thank God.
So that's two, right? Two
Mhm.
questions sticker.
Yeah, 2 questions. We should be able to get it by now.
yeah. What's the game?
Wind Waker.
Mm.
Imagine. Oh,
Imagine, Sims. Just imagine.
Just imagine you playing that on your Switch.
All right. Hold
Never.
on.
Got a Steam Deck.
Is this the console exclusive?
No, it is not a console
Okay.
exclusive.
Did this game come out for the year 2010?
Yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
Decent game.
Okay.
Okay.
Feel like it might be a 2008 kind of game. That's what it feels like.
In 2008 year. Good year.
Mhm.
World at War. What was it? 2008.
World at War. Don't be looking up stuff, Sims.
No, I'm not. No, I've just seen it on my desktop. It's really bugging me. I've got rid of it now.
I say we don't know what Sims is doing in the corner.
That's true.
Is this a first-person game?
It is not a first-person game. No.
Okay.
This game originally released on the Xbox 360.
No.
Oh.
Okay. This game originally released on the PS2.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
PS2 game.
Mm-hmm.
You want to throw out any sequel questions?
Sure. Yeah. Fuck it. Throw out anything.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Does this game have a sequel?
No.
Wow.
One and done.
One and done. Wow.
I'm not.
One hitter quitter.
Is this a critically acclaimed game?
Let me look up the Metacritic.
Tough question.
So again, what would you say is critically acclaimed?
85 and above.
Tell me. It is not critically acclaimed.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Simpsons Hit and Run was critically acclaimed, bud. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I say nah.
Gotta imagine
Oh,
Simpsons
my-
Hit and Run is at like a 98 on Metacritic, right around there.
All right, so it's a PS2 game.
Steering.
It's not exclusive. Remember that.
Not exclusive.
Not Capcom. Not first person. No sequels.
Ooh, damn.
Is this a license game?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
license.
Oh, it's
One-off license game.
Definitely Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
But wouldn't that game technically have sequels? Because it does other movies.
Oh.
I mean, wait, if he's verifying that, then yeah, sure.
Oh god.
Okay. Franchise, no sequels. Is this based off a television show?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
don't
I feel
actually.
like-
I don't have an idea. That was just a throw out there. Is this based off a cartoon?
Yes.
Okay. I still have nothing. I just, I'm just asking.
Has this game got yellow characters in it?
Yeah.
I smashed it. Yeah, I'll have it.
Okay, so Sims. Oh,
It
guess
could
it-
be
I guess
Hit
it
and
is Hit
Run
and
or
Run.
Road Rage.
ooh.
And Road Rage was fucking dope.
What was Road Rage? What did you do in that one?
It was the crazy taxi one. Come out with the
Ah.
PlayStation 2.
Is this a GTA clone?
Not really, but
I mean, Hit and Run is a GTA clone.
not really.
Hit and Run's 100% a GTA clone.
It is
You get
100%.
You get you get
That's
stars and
what-
everything. What are you talking about?
It's kind of one. It's
It's
Is this
100%
game
one.
on my Steam Deck?
probably. I don't know what's on your Steam Deck.
You got Hit
I'll
and
say
Run to run on
probably.
your Steam Deck? That's cool.
Oh, you can get anything on your Steam Deck.
Mate, I can get anything.
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 It's just a
Anything.
computer.
Turns out dude, FBI, get on this guy. He's fucking hired to steal.
He's just playing everything.
I am a bad man. Okay, let me tell you.
Arrest this man.
recording the show on a fucking illegal version of OBS right now that he gave me.
It's open source. It's free. Like, you can have it.
Is it free? Okay, whatever. I just thought that was illegal. Okay, is this game The Simpsons Hit and Run?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good job.
It was
Sims.
released in America first, September
America.
16th, 2003. GameCube,
Oh.
PS2, and Xbox. Yep, Simpsons Hit and Run. It was.
We don't get
developed-
any Simpsons games anymore. What's that
We had the
about?
movie
yeah.
game, and that was, I think, the last
Oh
one.
yeah.
Then
When
there was the
mobile
mobile game.
though. The
That
movie
game
was like a decade
oh
ago
yeah,
now,
is
right?
that still going? The tapping game. The tap game was like my
Probably.
first mobile game. It was
Probably.
sick.
This was
I used
actually
to
it was
go to
made by
work.
Radical. I forgot about this. Radical, they did the prototype games, and then
Prototype was
it's
sick.
published by Vivendi. I didn't know it was published by Vivendi.
Prototype was dope.
Oh, really? I hated Prototype.
This is a kind of a generic open world for the 360
I
era.
thought Prototype was so fucking bad.
Sims nailed it at like question 9. I was like, oh, man, he just
She
threw
was
it
wrong
out
with
there
that.
too. You just
And
threw
no
it
one
out
listened either. No, I was
I mean,
like,
I heard you, but I was like, oh, is he gonna pick that kind of game? I
We
guess he
heard you.
would.
We didn't listen though.
I
Didn't
say,
wanna believe
you
it.
gotta listen to the British guy.
there. Yeah.
Oi, Gabnet.
Oh, governor, indeed.
I say,
That's
Daniel,
gonna.
I'm gonna give you some games to really stump these guys.
Oh, I mean, I can go obscure. I'm just trying not to.
Yeah, don't. We'll never
I try to
fucking
at
get
least-
it. Don't do that.
Exactly. I want them to succeed, Nick. That's I pick games that people know.
You pick anything before the 2000s, I'm out. I don't know. There's,
out.
there's literally
Man, I'm
nothing I know before
I'm
that.
thinking like old school Windows 92.
No,
game.
I'm out.
I'm picking-
not, I
I'm
will
picking
get
out
nowhere.
Jack
the
Lantern.
Magic
Nowhere.
School Bus CD.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Like a
would've
big
got that
snake.
one.
Snake.
It's a snake.
Yeah.
Was this game on the Nokia 3210?
Can you play this on your Nokia phone?
No,
You
it's
gotta say
solitaire.
Nokia weird, man.
Nokia.
Can't say Nokia.
Nokia.
You say it
Nokia.
weird.
No, man, it's Nokia.
You're saying Nokia. It's Nokia.
no, it's Nokia.
Nokia.
It's always been Nokia. What is going on with you guys? You're ruining everything.
Nah, we made it better.
Nokia 3210.
There's more of
Mate,
us
that
than there
game-
are of you, so we're right.
Oh man, that'll go.
True.
This is how it works. This is how it works. You know
That's
what
how
I mean?
facts work.
I mean, Sims is to agree, kind of right on this one, but it's Nokia. Sorry.
Nokia.
Yeah.
Nokia.
Nokia, these nuts. All right, that's going to do it for the Nerd Gods podcast, episode 164. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can go find Nick over at his channel just for fun reviews. Nick, you put out anything cool recently?
I mean, we've been finished with the Last of Us TV series, so we've been kind of on a break for the moment. But we're trying to do Dungeons and Dragons review and John Wick 4 review.
Ooh.
Cool.
They're getting
movies.
paid to review Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, why you gotta say it like that?
Fuck that film, man. Let me tell you.
Is it bad?
Oh.
What's wrong with the
It was
dungeon?
awful.
It doesn't.
Oh,
Okay.
my friend said he loved it. Am I about to be shocked and prove him wrong?
I mean, I don't know, man. It doesn't look good to me. Well, what do I know?
Daniel,
I'm
are
just a
you
British
seeing
guy
this
that
movie?
can't say knock here.
I don't know. Maybe when I can rent it. I'm not gonna go to the theater and see it.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's gonna do it for the show, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, love ya.